സാധാരണക്കാർക്ക് വേണ്ടി അവരുടെ ജീവിതം പറയാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് താൻ ചിത്രങ്ങൾ എടുക്കുന്നത് എന്നായിരുന്നു സിദ്ദിഖി പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നത്. സത്യത്തോടുള്ള ആരാധനയാണ് തന്നെ ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫർ ആക്കിയതെന്നും അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. കൂട്ടിച്ചേർക്കലുകളും വെട്ടിത്തിരുത്തലുകളും സാധ്യമല്ലാത്ത റിപ്പോർട്ടാണ് ഫോട്ടോ. അതായിരുന്നു സിദ്ദിഖിയുടെ വിശ്വാസം. ക്യാമറയുമായി മനുഷ്യാവകാശത്തിന് കാവൽ നിന്ന സിദ്ദിഖിയെ റോയിട്ടേഴ്സ് ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫറായിരുന്ന സൗമ്യ ഖണ്ഡേൽവാൾ അനുസ്മരിക്കുന്നു. ടൈം, ന്യൂയോർക്ക് ടൈംസ്, നാഷണൽ ജിയോഗ്രഫിക് തുടങ്ങിയവയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി ചിത്രങ്ങളും ഡോക്യുമെന്ററികളും തയ്യാറാക്കുന്ന ഫ്രീലാൻസ് ജേർണലിസ്റ്റാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ സൗമ്യ.
Danish and me were colleagues when I was working at Thomson Reuters briefly in 2018. And while I was working in the New Delhi office, he was working from the Bombay office, and we did get chances to interact off and on for work-related things. But I think the way I would always remember Danish is through his photographs, because his photographs came to define the times that we were living in. You know, his images from Delhi riots or the migration post-COVID during the lockdown, or even the Rohingya refugees. You know, he's managed to show these events to the world in a way which is bold and nuanced and subtle at the same time. You know, he has this amazing knack. I still can't help talking in present sense about Danish, but Danish had this knack to be able to risk everything and be in the middle of action and get the photographs of spot news which would shake the world. But on the other hand, he also had the nuance of being able to tell stories in a more subtle way and in a way which is more humane. You could see he had such a deep understanding of humanity and human emotions through his photographs. And some of my favorite photographs through which I would remember Danish would be first of the father carrying his son on his shoulders during the COVID lockdown in 2020. And then the second would be another one of a father and the child from the Rohingya crisis, where the father is covering the child with this big leaf while it rained and while they're still trying to find their way. I think whenever an event or a disaster of a large scale is happening, it's very easy for us as photographers to be photographing the obvious, but Danish had the knack to be able to see beyond the obvious, and that's what set his work apart from the work of so many other photojournalists. The way I will remember Danish would be a very quiet man on the field. He was this tall guy when you would see him on the field, but very composed, and he would keep to himself. And you know, he wasn't the sorts who would be very chatty on the field, but he'd just go about doing his work very sure of himself. He believed in himself and his work, and I think that's what made his work stand out separately to us. And